Money. It is difficult to love money without the desire to possess it, so it is almost impossible to avoid a relationship of dependence. You can only try to reduce them to a minimum. Rejoice if money came to you, but under no circumstances should you worry about the lack or loss of money. Otherwise, there will be less and less of it. If a person earns little, then his typical mistake will be whining about the fact that there is always not enough money. The parameters of such radiation correspond to poor lifelines. It is especially dangerous to succumb to anxiety that money is becoming less and less. Fear is the most energetically saturated emotion. Therefore, experiencing the fear of losing or not making money, you most effectively move yourself to a line where there is actually less and less money. If you fall into this trap, it will be quite difficult to get out of it, but it is possible. To do this, it is necessary to eliminate the cause of the excess potential that we ourselves have created. And the reason for it is dependence on money, or too strong a desire to have it. First, humble yourself and be content with what you have. Remember that things could always be worse. You don't have to give up your desire to have money. You just need to be calm about the fact that they are not yet flowing to you like a river. Take the position of a player who at any moment can either get rich or lose everything. Many pendulums use money as a universal means of settlement with adherents. It was the activity of pendulums that led to the general fetishization of money. With the help of money, you can ensure your existence in the material world. Almost everything is bought and sold. All pendulums pay with money, choose anyone. Here lies the danger. Having bitten on a bait with a false shine, you can very easily turn onto lifelines that are far from your happiness. Pendulums pursuing their own interests created the myth that means are needed to achieve a goal. Thus, the goal of each individual person is replaced by an artificial substitute money. They can be obtained from different pendulums, so he thinks not about the goal itself, but about money, and falls under the influence of a pendulum that is alien to him. A person ceases to understand what he actually wants from life and gets involved in a fruitless race for money. For pendulums, this state of affairs is very beneficial, but a person becomes dependent and goes astray. Working for someone else's pendulum, he cannot get a lot of money since he serves someone else's purpose. Many people are in this situation. This is where the myth that wealth is a privilege for the few comes from. In fact, anyone can be rich if he goes towards his goal. Money is not a goal or even a means to achieve it, but just an accompanying attribute. A goal is what a person wants from life. Here are examples of goals. Live in your own house and grow roses. Travel around the world, see distant countries. Fishing for trout in Alaska. Skiing in the Alps. Breed horses on your farm. Enjoy life on your island in the ocean. Be a pop star. To draw the pictures. It is clear that some goals can be achieved with a bag of money. Most people do just that. They strive to get this bag. They think about money, pushing the goal itself into the background. In accordance with the principle of transurfing, they try to move to the lifelines where a bag awaits them. But working for an alien pendulum, it is very difficult or even impossible to get a bag of money. So it turns out that there is no money and the goal has not been achieved. It cannot be otherwise, because instead of the goal, the emission of mental energy is tuned to an artificial substitute. If it seems to you that your goal can be realized only on the condition that you are a rich person, send this condition to hell. Let's say you want to travel around the world. Obviously, this requires a lot of money. To achieve what you want, think about the goal, not about wealth. Money will come on its own, as it is an accompanying attribute. It's that simple. Doesn't it sound incredible? However, this is true, and you will soon see it. The pendulums, pursuing their own profit, turned everything upside down. It is not the goal that is achieved with the help of money, but the money that comes along the way to the goal. You now know how powerful influence pendulums have. This influence has given rise to many misconceptions and myths. Even now, reading these lines, you may object, but it is already clear that first a person becomes a major industrialist, or a banker, or a movie star, and then a millionaire. That's right, but only those who thought not about wealth, but about their goal became millionaires. Most people do the opposite. They either serve someone else's goal, not their own, or replace it with an artificial substitute, or completely abandon it because of the impossible condition of being rich. In reality, there are no limits on wealth. You can want anything. If it's truly yours, you'll get it. If the goal is imposed on you by a pendulum, you will achieve nothing. We'll talk more about goals later. Here, I am getting ahead of myself, but there is no other way, because in general, there is nothing to say about money. Again, I repeat, money is nothing more than an accompanying attribute on the path to the goal. Don't worry about them. They will come to you on their own. The main thing now is to reduce the importance of capital to a minimum so that excess potential is not created. Don't think about money, think only about what you want to get. At the same time, you need to treat money carefully and carefully. If you see a small coin on the ground and you are too lazy to bend down for it, it means that you do not respect them at all. The money pendulum is unlikely to favor you if you treat its attributes carelessly. No need to worry when you spend money. In this way, they fulfill their mission. If you decide to spend it, don't regret it. The desire to save a tidy sum and spend as little as possible leads to the creation of strong potential. It accumulates in one place and does not go anywhere. In this case, there is a high probability of losing everything. Money needs to be spent wisely so that there is movement. Where there is no movement, potential appears. Rich people do charity work for a reason. This way, they reduce the excess potential of accumulated wealth.